Morning everyone. We're going to talk a little bit about insulin resistance. So remember that what conventional medicine and mainstream treatments do is they look at the surface and they try to take a shortcut to get you your problem or your problem fixed. But unfortunately, most of the time, that's really like trying to fix a broken arm with a band-aid. The critical step to really unlocking lasting, vibrant health is diving deeper and getting to the root cause of what is the problem. For many women in perimenopause and menopause especially, one of the things that can happen is insulin resistance, which is a critical factor that's just literally going to drive your misery. So what is insulin resistance? Insulin is one of our critical hormones that you need to pay attention to, especially during perimenopause and menopause. You know the sexy hormones, estrogen and progesterone, but the reality is that these are downstream hormones, and one of the major drivers of their function is actually insulin. Insulin is made in your pancreas to help move sugar out of your blood and into your cells for use or storage. When you become insulin resistant, however, your cells start to reject these messengers, and insulin isn't allowed into your cells, which leaves the sugar actually circulating in your bloodstream. What follows is constantly elevated blood sugar and a whole lot of other potential issues down the road. Insulin resistance also has been pegged by researchers as a driving force and a root cause behind many different serious health concerns, including type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, PCOS, thyroid dysfunction, muscle loss, obesity, a fatty or sluggish liver, certain cancers, and even Alzheimer's. Beyond these long-term factors, also the biggest problem is the symptoms that we start seeing. Things like heavy bleeding during your period, uterine fibroids, fatigue, especially during midday, hot flushes and night sweats, acne or other skin irritations, stubborn belly fat or inability to actually lose that weight, despite exercising, despite doing diets, getting sick often, pelvic pain or frequent urinary leaks, and any other worsened perimenopause systems. So correcting your insulin resistance is 100% possible, safely and naturally. So the driving root cause that your doctor may have missed is truly the switch towards re-establishing balancing in your body. So how do you know if you are insulin resistant? Women with a BMI, which is body mass index, that is over 29, who have a family history of diabetes are often more likely to become resistant. But it can develop in anybody without any BMI or any medical history at about any age. So if you're facing the symptoms that I mentioned above, it's highly likely that addressing your insulin will probably bring you relief. If you want to know for sure, you can obviously get a fasting blood glucose test or a glucose tolerance test. But with the changes and the steps that I'm going to tell you about now, there is really no need for medical diagnosis. You can just help your hormones naturally. So what are the 5 key steps to actually reversing insulin resistance? The one is addressing your sleep. So high levels of stress hormones in your body increase insulin resistance. This is because of the way our bodies were made to adapt to stresses. If you were facing a threat thousands of years ago, it would require some physical exertion to get into safety. So the sugar actually stays in your bloodstream as ready energy to fight off that tiger or outrun that caveman. But the threats of today are totally different and much more constant. The constant pinging of our phone, the boss that keeps you on your toes all day long, or the constant rushing from one thing to the next, day in and day out. It never ends. Your body stays in hypervigilance, high stress mode all of the time, and insulin resistance becomes your normal. So in turn, this deeply affects your ability to sleep, and research shows that even one uninterrupted night of sleep disrupts your insulin sensitivity. So you get caught in the all-day stressed, can't sleep at night cycles that are constantly wearing you down, and it constantly wears your body's ability down to actually handle insulin and energize your cells a healthy way. So addressing the stress is also going to be the first step of healing, no matter the cause. And that is because stress literally affects every other area of your body. Self-care is not selfish. It's the only way you fight back against stress and start the journey to health. So along with your daily self-care, stress-reducing practices, remember that one of the ways that we can do that is by using an essential oil. An essential oil like Serenity, for instance, is a blend of lavender and a few other essential oils that are really going to help to de-stress and bring your anxiety down, and also help with sleep. The other way is investing in your health with daily exercise. Since the risk of insulin resistance increases with weight, it can be helpful for women to lose a few pounds to restore insulin sensitivity. Even just losing 2.5 kilograms goes a long way in helping your body to get to balance. How do you know if your weight is affecting your insulin sensitivity? Is literally where the weight sits. If it's primarily on the belly area or the midsection, it's a sign of the hormone shifts of perimenopause that are driven and made worse by insulin resistance. This can be a tough cycle. I'll be honest, because insulin resistance also makes it harder to shed those kilograms. Instead of working out with the goal of losing weight, doing daily or multiple times per week resistance training interspersed with occasional aerobic workouts typically is the most successful way to actually help get your body back into balance. Working out harder is not always better. Even daily gentle movement can turn the needle to get your body back in check. Third one is make a few critical food switches. The typical Western diet that includes lots of carbs, sugar and alcohol and caffeine is setting your body up for insulin disaster. While cutting out these foods may seem daunting, it is an important step to take. But I don't like to tell you to literally eliminate those things. I know this can be harsh, and instead, while working to take these things out of your daily routine, here are a few additions that you can improve or can do to improve your insulin sensitivity. Add some spice. Things like turmeric, ginger and cinnamon are great at helping your body become more efficient at responding to insulin. Swap your coffee for a matcha latte. The ingredients in the green tea lowers inflammation and improves your insulin sensitivity, among many other health benefits. Eat more fiber. Research has shown that increasing daily fiber intake reduces insulin resistance in women. Most women get only half of the fiber that they need throughout the day. So work to increase your veggie intake, adding a fiber supplement if you need. Using apple cider vinegar daily. It's a great superfood that lowers your blood sugar and improves the effectiveness of insulin in your body. Just drinking a tablespoon or 2 in the morning along with some lemon juice will kickstart your metabolism for the day and improve insulin function. Number 4 is practice intermittent fasting. Research actually shows that intermittent fasting can be helpful for women to reduce insulin resistance along with many other powerful protective functions. The way I intermittently fast is usually 16-8. So in other words, I eat all my main meals within an 8-hour period, usually between 11 to 7 or 12 to 8. And then I fast the remaining time, which means I only drink water or coffee or tea without sugar or milk. What does this allow your body to do is to truly digest the food, store it as helpful energy, and complete an entire digestion cycle. There are times where I feel I need to stretch it a little bit longer. That give you obviously far more benefits, but you have to listen to your body. Constant snacking, like we were taught when we were younger, and late night eating are major contributors to making insulin resistance worse. Love your body with supplements. It's really important. There's no way to get all the nutrients you need throughout your diet, especially if you're already in the depths of dealing with hormone imbalance. So stepping up your intake of crucial nutrients through supplementing is the easiest and the fastest way to reverse hormone chaos and protect your health long term. One of those is magnesium, which has been found to be a super powerful reverser of insulin resistance. I recommend, and a lot of the doctors and a lot of the information that I got recommend magnesium for all women, but especially for those if you're in perimenopause and menopause because of its main hormone supportive and protective functions. It's also great for sleep and stress that are making your insulin resistance obviously much more. So it's important that you take a magnesium supplement. Those are really, really important. So I hope that helped you. The other ways is obviously essential oils, really important is that you look at essential oil supplements or essential oil, using essential oils as part of your daily routine, either to help with stress and anxiety, or to help balance your hormones, whatever the reason might be. It's really important that you start looking at essential oils. They are part of a natural way of helping your body or supporting your body. So I hope that helped. Have an awesome day, everyone. Bye.